When I had my spiritual awakening, I had no idea there were different stages I'd have to go through. So if you're going through your awakening right now and wondering where you're at, then this video is for you. Today I'm sharing the 5 stages of a spiritual awakening that I personally went through. Let's get into it. Stage 1, the wake up call. So the first stage of a spiritual awakening is to, well, become awakened, and there's always something that triggers that. Now, for everyone, it's different, but for some people, it can happen after going through a bad breakup or a divorce, or losing a loved one, or having some kind of serious health issue pop up. For others, it can be just feeling exhausted and burnt out from their chosen career path and wondering if that's really the career they still want to be in. And for other people, things can actually be going okay in their life, but for some reason, they feel this kind of emptiness inside. For me, my awakening happened around 8 years ago, and what triggered that was reaching this crossroads point in my life where I was just feeling really lost and confused and wondering what steps to take next. So, whatever triggers your awakening, it's always then followed by asking yourself the bigger questions like, what is the meaning of life? Why are we all here? What is your purpose? And then you start reflecting on everything you've been taught and told growing up, including all the societal and cultural norms and expectations. Then you start doing your research into trying to find the answers to all of these questions, whether that's by watching YouTube videos, following certain spiritual pages or teachers online, or reading books on topics around spirituality. Stage 2, the inner work. So, after doing all of that research in stage 1 and trying to find the answers to those questions, you start gaining awareness around why you are the way that you are, why you have the thoughts and the beliefs and the habits that you have. And you realize that a lot of that was just you living on autopilot, doing what was expected of you or what you saw everyone else around you doing. But now some of those things no longer feel aligned and you want to start making different choices. Like you realize that some of those things are unhealthy or they don't support your highest good, so you want to start changing those things. Maybe you get the sudden urge to start taking better care of your health, or maybe you decide to change your career because your current one doesn't feel aligned anymore. Or maybe you realize there are certain thought patterns or limiting beliefs that you have, and you want to start working on changing your mindset around those. So basically, stage 2 is where you get really into self development and mindset work, and you also probably start getting into the law of attraction and manifestation. So that's what happened to me in this stage, and I realized I had certain limiting beliefs, and I also understood why certain things hadn't worked out for me, and it was because of those limiting beliefs and conditioning that I had, and I really had to learn to let go of that and change my mindset moving forward. Stage 3, integration. Now, in this stage, you start applying and integrating everything that you've learned in stage 2 to your day to day life, such as the healthier habits you've developed when it comes to your physical health and the mindset shifts you've made when it comes to your beliefs. And you start incorporating different spiritual practices into your day to day life, such as you may start meditating or journaling or spending more time in nature and just kind of becoming more aware of how you take care of yourself, like your physical health, your mindset, and just your overall well being. So, when I was in this stage, I got really into holistic health and wellness, and I also started incorporating meditation and journaling in my day to day life. Stage 4, the dark night of the soul. Now, the dark night of the soul is a very challenging and difficult period that you go through even after you've awakened, and that's because there's this need for a deeper level of growth and healing. So, just as life is starting to go well and you're feeling like a much happier and healthier version of yourself, and getting excited to create a life that just feels more in alignment with you, and you're feeling more in control of your life at this point as well. Out of nowhere, all of a sudden, this big challenge comes and gets in the way. And this challenge asks you to go even deeper and look at the unhealthy patterns and beliefs that you've still been holding on to and need to heal from that you may not have realized. So, before I got to this stage, I was feeling good about life. I felt like I'd done the inner work. I'd even managed to manifest a few things like starting my own business, which allowed me to work remotely. I had also just met my husband and moved overseas. And yeah, I just thought things are going to get even better now. But I was quickly met with this challenge, which lasted a few years. But the toughest part of that lasted about the first 18 months. Now, while I was in the thick of it, I couldn't understand why it was happening to me, But looking back, I realized I was still holding on to a lot of people pleasing patterns, and also ancestral patterns, especially like within the Indian and South Asian culture, the expectations of a daughter in law, and not just daughters in law, but also sons, especially the eldest son. It's quite common in our culture that there's always a lot of pressure and expectations placed on the eldest son. So, all of this highlighted those cultural and ancestral patterns that both me and my husband were carrying, and it showed us where we needed to grow and break these generational patterns. Everyone, this challenging time can be different. For me, as I mentioned, it was around cultural expectations and in laws. But for others, the challenging time may come from something that's related to their career or health or money, maybe something to do with their own family, or sometimes it can be a combination of things. Stage 5, living authentically and being of service to others. So, after going through the dark night of the soul and doing more healing and growing, you were eventually able to find your way back to that version of you that you had been building up in stage 3, and you start feeling like yourself again. You also go back to those spiritual practices that you may have struggled to keep up with while going through that challenging time. That was definitely the case for me. So, the difference between the stage 3 version of you and the version of you now after going through the dark night of the soul is that you're more in tune with who you are, you're more in alignment with who you are, and after going through more growth and healing, you not only want to, but you feel ready to start helping other people, whether that's through coaching or teaching, maybe content creation or writing a book. Maybe you just want to be more present with your family, or you may just want to be living authentically and being your true self and inspiring other people around you to do the same. So, those are the 5 stages of a spiritual awakening that I personally went through. And I want to say that not everyone goes through these stages or goes through them in the same order. Some people may go through a certain stage multiple times, or sometimes you can be in between 2 stages at once. It's really different for everyone. So, what I've learned is that the spiritual journey isn't linear. It's more like a spiral where each stage and layer brings more healing and the opportunity to figure out who you truly are on a deeper level and to live in a way that is more and more in alignment with your authentic self. If this video resonated with you, then I'd love to know which stage you feel like you're in right now, or if there's a stage you're in or have been in that I haven't mentioned here, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.